Lakshitha. This is KIRUBAVATHI, Lochana, Latchiya, Shree and Lakshmi Narayan from our team. We are going to take business module Canva about unicorn and GCC compiling, the Tumblr versus Twitter of computing. When we talk about compilers and emulators, they often feel like background players in the world of computing. They quietly power everything we build, yet rarely see the spotlight. Two such tools are GCC and Unicorn. While GCC has been the backbone of programming for decades, Unicorn represents a new creative and experimental direction. To make things more reliable, think of GCC as Twitter and Unicorn as Tumblr. One is mainstream, fast and structured, while the other is rich, flexible and beloved by Unicorn communities. GCC is a mature and widely trusted compiler introduced in 1987 by the GNU project. It is used to translate human-readable source code into machine code that can run directly on hardware. Supporting multiple programming languages like C, C++, Ada, and Fortran, GCC is a vital part of operating system development emulator engine. Derived from QMEU, it allows developers and security and researchers to emulate different CPU architectures such as ARM and PowerPC and x86. Its purpose is not to build executable but to experiment, analyze, test code execution.
GCC is like Twitter, then its personality is sharp, fast and widely adopted. Developers really on it daily and rules are strict. One misplaced semicolon and it immediately compiles. Like a short tweet, GCC enforces structures and pushes developers to communicate with decisions. Unicorn on the other hand, it is very like a Tumblr. It is a shape for experimentation, creativity and exploration. Security resources adore Unicorn because it is always allows them to remix code, execution and just like a Tumblr. Users remix posters and it does not demand maintenance. Adaptation instant, it is really richer and the communication where flexibility and imagination matter more than the security. And on the other hand, the technical level, GCC transpose source code into the optimized executions and run efficiently on the hardware. It is about performance, scalability and the industry standards. Unicorn, however, simulates the behavior of CPUs, allowing analytics to run malware in a safe environment or test codes on the architectures to do not physically own. It makes Unicorn slower and the CGC is raw performance but far more the feasibility for the resource and cross-platform experimentation.
The analogy and real-world scenarios in GCC and Unicorn. The cultural differences is fascinating. GCC is used by almost every Linux distribution, forming the backbone of open source movement. It feels professional, reliable and mainstream, like Twitter, where everyone participates whether they are enjoy it or not. Unicorn is more underground, embarrassed by hackers, reverse engineers and cybersecurity professionals who use it, discover vulnerabilities or learn about low-level system behaviors. It's chaotic yet magical, much like Tumblr, unique blend of all fandom and nested subcultures. In real-world scenarios, GCC is indispensable for software developers. For instance, compiling the Linux kernel or building an application would be impossible without it. Unicorn, meanwhile, shines security. Search a cybersecurity analyst can emulate ransomware on Unicorn without risking Intel laptop for testing. Both tools are essential, but they serve very different tools.
Value proposition in action. Tumblr, Twitter. If daily active users double advertising revenue and valuation tend to grow properties, sometimes even exponentially due to network effects. GCCS. If employees productivity improves by 20% in India, the global parent save property more than cost and gain proportional innovation benefits. Conclusion. Unicorn like Tumblr and Twitter represent the power of disruptive innovation and rapid scaling where valuation is proportional to user adopting and market execution. On the other hand, GCCs like Microsoft India and Binance India represent the backbone of operational excellence where the value is proportional to efficiency, cost, advantage and global support functions. Both models are critical in the modern digital economy. Unicorn fuels innovation and market distribution, while GCCs provide stability and global scalability.
Let's see the difference between GCC and unicorn company. The GCC itself does not have a separate validation like a startup. Startup does not. It is an internal entity of a large company. Validation is a definition character must be million for a unicorn. Typically, lower risk because it is backed by a parent company. User existing resources. The purpose is of cost optimization, tapping talent, skills set in specific geographical or improving efficiency, maybe innovation. The time frame is more stable. Here, unicorn, high risk, high rewards. This startup often are aiming for deputing innovation.